Never underestimate someone because of how they look, because one day, the tables may turn in ways you could never imagine. Stay till the end, and don't forget to subscribe for more heart-touching and dramatic stories. At Crestwood High, a prestigious school where money and social status defined worth, there was a girl named Alina who walked through the hallways with worn-out shoes, second-hand uniforms, and an old faded backpack that had seen better days. Her classmates often mocked her, whispering cruel things like, "She probably eats leftovers," or, "Her family must be living in a shack," and whenever she raised her hand in class, they would snicker and roll their eyes, refusing to accept that someone from her background could be intelligent. But Alina, with her calm eyes and quiet smile, never lashed out. She simply endured their cruelty, spending her days sitting in the back of the classroom, writing in her notebook, and keeping her dignity intact, because deep down, she carried a secret that none of them knew, a secret that would shake their entire world. The bullying intensified when one of the popular girls, Zara, decided to make Alina her favorite target. She tripped her in the cafeteria, spilled juice over her homework, and once even forced her to read a cruelly written joke about being poor in front of the entire class, causing laughter to erupt. But Alina's silence, instead of being weakness, was her strength, and while the others wasted their energy mocking her, she poured her focus into her studies, her art, and her hidden life outside school. Little did they know, Alina was the only daughter of Ibrahim Malik, the richest man in the country, a billionaire with businesses spread across continents, who had chosen to raise his daughter humbly, away from the poisonous influence of money, teaching her values of patience, resilience, and kindness, so she would learn to see the world not from the gilded towers of wealth but from the eyes of ordinary people. One day, the school announced its annual gala, a grand event where parents, donors, and alumni attended, and students were encouraged to bring their families. Alina, as usual, remained quiet, assuming no one would notice her absence, but her father surprised her with a gentle smile, saying, "It's time they know who you really are, my princess," and though she hesitated, fearing humiliation, he insisted and promised, sometimes truth must roar louder than cruelty. The night of the gala came. The school hall glittered with chandeliers and expensive gowns, and as Zara and her friends flaunted their designer dresses, they laughed about how Alina would probably come in rags. But when the doors opened, a hush fell upon the crowd, for in walked Ibrahim Malik, tall, commanding, in his tailored suit, surrounded by security, and beside him was Alina, transformed in an elegant yet simple gown, her natural beauty glowing, her presence radiant, and as whispers filled the hall, everyone realized with shock that the girl they had mocked, the girl they had trampled on, was the heiress of the Malik Empire, the only child of the richest man in the country. And as Ibrahim took the stage, proudly announcing, "I present to you my daughter, Alina Malik, future head of the Malik Group," gasps and shame rippled across the student body, especially among those who had bullied her. Zara, pale and trembling, tried to approach her with fake sweetness, stammering, "Alina, we were just joking, you know we're friends, right?" But Alina, with calm grace, replied, "Friends don't humiliate friends," and walked past her, leaving Zara frozen in regret. From that night forward, the tables turned. Those who had mocked her now scrambled for her attention, teachers who once ignored her spoke with respect, and classmates who rolled their eyes now tried to sit beside her. But Alina, remembering her father's lessons, chose her companions wisely, shown kindness to those who had treated her with decency and keeping her distance from those who had bullied her, proving that true wealth was not in money, but in dignity and heart. In the end, it wasn't her fortune that silenced the cruelty, but her strength, her resilience, and the reminder that the poor girl they once mocked had always been richer than all of them, not because of her last name, but because of the purity of her soul.